pressure, okay? And there's two parts to this. I want to talk about watching the pressure, don't over-pressurize it, and B, releasing the pressure. Don't over-pressurize your system. I'm going to talk about power sprayers here. Does anyone know what the pressure fairy is? There's a magic fairy out there that does amazing things. Every time we build a spray rig, we test it and send it out, usually about 100 psi. Most spray rigs that come back to us for service come back and they're set at 200 or 300 psi. So we figure there must be a pressure fairy out there that's turning up this pressure. Because how else could the pressure get turned up that high? James, you're laughing at me. Does this happen to you? Yeah. The techs turn up the pressure because they want to get done faster. Okay? But there's a lot of downsides to that. You know, obviously, you could, if you're at the end of 300 feet of hose and you're running at 300 psi, you're going to have a lot nastier spill at 300 psi than you're going to have at 100 psi. You could have a problem with drift. You know, you could atomize that spray because the pressure's too high. You could be spraying the kid's tricycle next door. You could be spraying dog dishes or who knows what. You're reducing the life of components of that system. You know, I can run my car in the red, you know, to beat a red light occasionally. But if I run my car in the red all the time, I am reducing the life of that car. Same with these pumps. You can run them in the red. If you've got a big tree, you've got to spray. Turn it up, and when you're done, turn it down. But if you constantly run these systems at high pressures, you're going to reduce the life of the pump. The first things will go will be the soft fittings, like the O-rings and the gaskets. Okay. If you're using a Honda engine, you probably won't have heard that. But the pumps, the hoses, the fittings, the gaskets, all that stuff, you're reducing the life of it because you're keeping it under pressure, higher pressure for longer periods of time. So, you know, for most applications, 100 to 150 psi is plenty. Okay, and 150 psi is pushing it. You know, we're trying to kill weeds, not, you know, mow them down and cut them and blow them away. All right. Okay, backpacks are especially sensitive to overpressurization. Hand sprayers as well, B&Gs, but backpacks. You got a backpack and you're really pumping the heck out of it, you're going to break something. There's just no question about it. Watch that and make sure if you're the boss, train your people. If you're the tech, don't overpressurize it. If it normally takes you five pumps to pump up your backpack, and on 6 pumps it's not pumped up, and you've got to pump it 6 or 7 times, call your boss and say, I think there's something wrong here. And if your boss says keep going, no problem, you're covered. But if you keep pumping it, you're going to break it. And instead of putting a $3 O-ring in it, you're going to have a $50 repair job, because you're going to break something more serious. Happens all the time.